Hello, my beautiful Voodian children. I did not continue the next point. I had actually recorded the last part to Russian Roulette yesterday, but had to do something and couldn't post it till just now, so that's posting right now. Right now, I'm recording the next part to Russian Roulette. This chapter is called Choose the Lie, and I know you guys can hear the fish tank in the background, and I'm so sorry for that. But I can't turn that off. It can kill my oxalotl. So y'all are just going to have to deal with the sound of that in the background. Jeez. I'm a little stuffy because my dad's dog has little tiny fine hairs and she sheds a lot, and then her fur gets up my nose, and it's not a pretty thing. Well, anyways, with all that being said, let's get into the video. America walked into the library. The shelves were strikingly tall, needed a ladder to get some books. The room itself was marvelous. Fancy pillars, marble walls, and most importantly, a variety of books to choose from. The books were even... Jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm so freaking stuffy, y'all, I swear. And most importantly, a variety of books to choose from. The books were even more magical, floating around the room and sorting themselves in appropriate shelves. The prince walked through the library, casually scanning over the books that were neatly sorted into their shelves. Russia stayed by America's side again after the bell rang, since they had the same classes, but right after the end of the last subject, America may have teased him too much, to the point he stormed off. The prince went to their room in their previous classes to find him, but there was not a single sign of him. America figured he'd just deal with Russia later. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. The library was deathly silent. The only thing that could be heard were the flipping of book pages, and as they hovered around the prince. Fucking hate this. I'm so stuffy, yo. He turned a corner and the sight before him made him pause momentarily. A dragon sleeping peacefully surrounded by books. Found you. That's kind of creeperish. America intentionally snickered. The American carefully walked over and sat in the seat in front of Russia. The steps were orderly like a metronome and didn't make a single sound. Golly. My nose is just, ugh. America rested his head on the table and used his arms to cover the lower half of his face. He stared and stared for however long it seemed like ages, but to him the longer it lasted, the better. The atmosphere was serene and simply big words, big dumb. I can't even. Why do they use such freaking... I'm an idiot. You can't do this to me. It was almost like a yellow glow surrounding these two. The prince's gaze moved towards the books, and they were scattered on the table. It was all the subjects they were going to work on as a group. America heaved a deep sigh. He was going to get up, but the noise of him moving his chair startled the Russian awake. Russia woke up with a start, probably due to living on the streets his whole life. He extended his claws in self-defense, but his shoulders relaxed when he saw it was just America. He's just like, what the fuck? Good evening, sleepyhead. Fell asleep while researching? America flashed a smile at him as he glanced at the clock on the wall. The Russian tilted his head and rubbed his eyes, already fully awake. Are they here yet? Russian glossed over the prince's previous question. Okay. Not yet. But it's no problem. Let's go find more books about the topic. It was not a suggestion or a question, but rather an order. Fuck. The two of them walked through the shelves and shelves of books. Russia constantly walked into flying books due to his height. The books all fluttered away like terrified birds when they sensed the dragon's irritated gaze. The book say, oh fuck. America took a sudden stop in front of a bookshelf labeled on the bookshelf as history. America started to lightly brush his fingers along the rows of books to find the one he was looking for. The prince noticed the book he wanted on the top row. There it is. I'll go find the ladder. He was just about to leave, but he suddenly swept off his feet and carried to the top row by a tail. The prince sat on it as he grabbed the book. Sorry. Reading that out loud is just always funny to me. Thanks. He looked down and chuckled. The dragon didn't say a word as the prince swung his feet back and forth while searching for another book. Another book came fluttering by and thrown right into the dragon's face. His tail grew unsteady and let out a string of curses. America came falling right onto the taller male with such force that it made Russia almost fall over. Damn. Piles of books played around them, flopping and opening their pages. The dragon hit his head on a shelf behind him, and surged pain rippled through his head. Like, oh shit. Are you hurt? Russia rubbed the back of his head as he asked the prince with a husky voice. I'm unharmed thanks to you being my cushion. America smirked playfully. This expression irked the Russian. If you're fine, then get off me. America let out a string of unbridled laughter without a care if they were going to get kicked out. Shut up. Are you trying to get us kicked out? The prince pouted and gave him the puppy dog eyes. I'm an injured country. Don't treat me that way. Bullshit. Didn't you say you were fine? Besides, you have regeneration. Get off me. The Russian forcefully stood up, causing America to fall onto the floor. Oof. America chuckled to himself this time, and he grabbed all the books that had fallen on the floor. He held it close to his chest as the duo walked back to their desk. The table, the dusky-dusk. On the way back, they picked up more books if they came across anything that seemed related to the topic. Coincidentally, South and North just walked in at the moment. Hey, South and North, we were just picking up some books. America dropped the pile of books he was holding into his arms onto Russia. The Russian flashed an annoyed expression but said nothing. He just set the books down on the desk. The twins were shocked, to say the least. They didn't actually expect the two of them to actually take the project seriously. Why is it tapping on my door? It was tapping on my door. They thought they would have to do the project with the two team members down. The four of them sat down and discussed about the project, splitting the work evenly between the four of them. I wish it actually worked like that. There's always that one student that don't do shit. When they discussed the actual topic, America was barely listening, already off daydreaming. The other three noticed this but didn't say a word about it. South brought out a quill, ink, and paper to write the essay on which was a relief because both America and Russia forgot to bring theirs as much as they didn't want to admit it. Fuck! The prince volunteered to compose the essay while everyone else noted down ideas and the structures. The three of them were shocked to say the least, yet they saw America finish the entire essay in a couple of minutes after they finalized their ideas. North read through the entire thing for revisions, but couldn't find a single mistake. I guess they weren't joking when they said you were a genius. North complimented offhandedly. The Korean dragon rarely complimented others. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. Oh my gosh, y'all, if that's my sister sending memes, that's going to be constant. Just oh my gosh. On the bright side, I don't think we have to listen to boring classes. America leaned back on his chair and glanced at Russia. South hummed in a low voice and then spoke. Well, since we're done, we can try to do extra essays the teacher mentioned for additional points. But it's technically optional, and we hadn't learned about this topic. What do you guys think? America shrugged. He didn't seem to care about the learning experience. He practically mastered all subjects due to his entire lifetime of hellish training. That fucking sucks. By the way, y'all, they said this in the beginning. It's not Soviet Union that adopted America. I don't think it's Nazi Germany either. It never really says, and it just, I need to know who it is. Russia, on the other hand, was thrilled. His eyes sparkled with anticipation and curiosity. It seems that Russia wants to do it, South pointed out the obvious. Let's do it then, the prince smiled at his teammates. Russia volunteered to search the library for books on this topic. I'll go too, North chimed in. The dragon duo left South and America behind to sort out the books. They found the perfect shelf but bumped into a group of students in front of the same shelf. The students glowed at them with hostility and disgust despite North and Russia just trying to get books. Racism. Look what it is, 2 dragons. Aren't you guys supposed to be out in the woods fending for yourselves? What gives you the nerve to hang around inside the kingdom? One of them mocked the dragons, the other snickered along as if they were actually funny. It's like, shut the fuck up, that's racist. This is 2022. Russia walked up to them, only then did they notice how tall Russia was. To point, he was terrifying behind alone. His cold glare didn't make him any friendlier. Russia just glowered what? At them until they were frightened enough. Okay, I'm actually curious enough to look up what the fuck that means, so I don't want to share it. Okay, I guess I can't. Have an angry or sullen look on your face. Scowl. You could have used scowl and people would know it. Okay, now I don't know where I am. At them until they were frightened enough. Well, let's get out of here. I don't want to be around filthy dragons any longer. I can't believe the prince would let them into the school grounds. What a weirdo. The group turned around and scurried away, but before they let Russia lift an arm which was his claws extended, it was about to get violent. If it weren't for North grabbing his arm to stop him. Boys got anger issues. North and Russia both locked gazes at each other. The Korean man's eyes held warning. Don't do it. Even though we're not in the wrong. Everyone will blame us because of who we are. Why is it so... like, discrimination, racism. Russia felt the sincerity in North's tone, so he begrudgingly retracted his claws. North sighed and let go of Russia's arm. We got the books, let's just head back. The Russian nodded, and the two of them returned back to their desk. They sat down and began to discuss amongst one another. The group of students appeared out of the corner of their eye and walked to the desks. Aren't you supposed to protect us? Get the fuck out of here. Protect us? There were 2 in it. Oh my gosh, why did I don't think dumbass students would use these fucking words. Anyways, they are in a freaking high up school, so. That's right here, but yet you choose to ignore them. They were directed at America. The prince rolled his eyes in annoyance and continued to spin the quill between his slender fingers. Can you leave us alone? We're trying to do our assignments, South retorted at them, without caring that his tone was rude. Brother, just ignore him. They're not worth your time. The group laughed. You two are not brothers. One is a dragon while the other isn't. It's impossible. You two are delusional. Tell that to their mother's vagina. South's gaze was chillingly cold. His eyes started to glow, implying that he was about to use his ability impulsively, but the group's laughter abruptly stopped when the sound of an explosion was heard. Something whipped past them and hit the students in the leg. The student rolled around in pain. The rest was absolutely terrified at the unknown object that came flying at them. It was too fast for anyone to see what it was. They all stared at America. He has used his ability. This was his doing. But when Russia turned to look at America, he had already halted the use of his ability. Shut the fuck up, or else it'll be your vocal cords next. You really want to test my patience? Scurry along now. The prince condescendingly. His tone was mocking and degrading. Jesus Christ. They all escaped as fast as they could in fear that America would seriously disembowel them right then and there. The 4 of them did not speak of what happened and continued their assignment. However, they could all agree that America has had an impressive ability and they were all curious. The American again finished the assignment extremely quickly with no revision to make. They decided to call it a day and head back to their dorm. Russia stayed behind them a little, but noticed a small shiny object that was embedded in the ground and bent down to take it, but was interrupted. "Hey, Russia, you coming?" Veronica's familiar voice called to him. "Yeah, I'm coming," Russia replied. He tossed away his curiosity for now and followed the others three out to the library. Child, look how pretty he is. It's very nice art. This is South Korea. Anyways, that'll be all for today. I love you, my beautiful glittering children, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.